Let's move on now with the fourth email today. And our fourth email today comes to us from Rob McFerson, who writes, I've never understood why more people don't like Tron Legacy. I thought that movie was sick as hell. The visuals, the music, the ideas, to me, it's one of my favorite all-time movies. Did you see the producers say that they're still working on getting a new one made? Do you think it could actually happen? What would it take to get it done this many years after the last one came out? Thanks for all you do and keep bringing that filthy. All right, thanks a lot for the email, Rob. And so what Rob is talking about is that in promoting the new Dumbo movie, which he's also a producer, one of the producers of Tron Legacy was asked about, hey, are we going to get another Tron film? Is it ever going to happen? And this is what he had to say. The producer's name is Justin Springer, and he said this, look, I will never stop being interested in making a Tron movie. I love the opportunity to do it. It's a title that never really goes away internally. There's always people around the company who like it a whole lot. And so we'll see what happens. It would be great to see the opportunity it would be great to get the opportunity to do it again. So it's just about finding the right time, right script, and the right people at the studio saying yes. And that, again, is from one of the producers, Justin Springer, who's currently got his Dumbo movie coming out. Rob, you're hearing these comments and these sorts of ideas. Should they do another Tron movie? And will they ever do another Tron movie? What do you think?
Well, I'm a huge Tron fanatic. As many people might know, if you buy the Blu-ray of the original Tron, I had produced and directed a feature-length documentary on the making of Tron for its 20th anniversary in 2002. It came out in famously in 1982, and then they brought that documentary forward on the Blu-ray. So I'm a huge Tron fanatic. Now, I have to say I was a little disappointed in Tron Legacy mostly because in the plot of that movie, the grid that the Jeff Bridges, that the Flynn character created, was cut off from the rest of the internet. And, Tron sort of conceptualized the internet now, and I didn't think that Tron Legacy went into what does the internet mean to us today. I mean, it was sort of, and I think there's a lot. First of all, the Daft Punk score is amazing. There's a lot of cool stuff in the movie, but I just felt that it didn't have any commentary about how the internet has now affected humankind, which that's just me, but I would love to see a Tron 3. I think the whole idea of it is it goofy that we've anthropomorphized programs? Greetings programs, and all programs are like people that drive cars or fly in solar sailors through the confines of the digital world. But I still love it, and I would love to return to that world again. I would love to see, I know Flynn's no longer with us, but why not? He's digital. He can come back. I mean, bring the dude back to the Tron universe. That's what I say. And I think they should do it. I think they should absolutely. Tron should be a huge franchise. But
yeah, okay. However, it's not. I mean, it's not a huge franchise. And look, all due respect to all of us who loved looking at Olivia Wilde in this movie.
And that was all of us. I have a great Hot Toys figure of Tron, by the way, of Tron.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they made a motorcycle and Garrett Hedlund. It's good stuff.
I'd like to see that sometime. And look, I was stoked as anybody else when Disney was putting out Tron Legacy. I was really, frankly, underwhelmed by it.
Yeah,
I was really, and I completely agree. I mean, the score was great, and there were concepts in it that were great. And I kind of like, some people freaked out. I like the de-aging of Jeff Bridges. I thought that was pretty, what was it? Clue? That was the name of the character. He played Clue. I love that they were alluding to the original Tron in it, all that kind of stuff. I love the mythology they built of the Olivia Wilde character. There were some really good ideas, but ideas don't make the movie. Right. Ideas is what you base a movie on, and then you got to build that movie. And to me, I'll just be honest with you. When I watched Tron, I never once thought, like after seeing the film, I never once came out of it going, oh my God, I got to see the next one. I got to see the next one. And now we're at the point here, Rob, where, what are we, 7, 8 years removed?
Yeah.
From the last Tron one? And I mean, let's be clear here. That last Tron movie made $400 million. That's fine, except it costs them like 150, 160, 170 million dollars to make. That means I don't think it broke even. It probably lost the company money. And Disney's not in. And I just don't see any compelling evidence here that would suggest if they make another Tron right now, this one will make money. Based on what? I don't see any evidence pointing to that. So, look, I would love for it to happen because I know a lot of people love the franchise. So for them, I would love to see it happen. I got to admit, I'm very lukewarm on it. I could really care less if they made one again or if they didn't. But at the end of the day, I don't think they will because they rolled the dice on that last one. I think they felt like they did a pretty good job, although I was underwhelmed by it. I just don't think it will. So bottom line, Rob, whether we want it to or not, do you think it will happen? Obviously, if you say ever, sure, Tron will get rebooted 50 times, ever. But like in the next 10 years, could you see another Tron movie actually being made in the next 10 years?
Probably not. Just for the reasons you stated. I mean, it comes down to simple, it's academic. I mean, you look at the box office, you look at how much they spent on it, and there's really, look, I was surprised they made a second Pacific Rim. I love the first Pacific Rim, and the toys sold well, and they continue to sell well, but you know, it was not for everybody. and I Tron isn't for everyone either. And I also think one of the real problems with Tron Legacy, I think, is that it didn't look, we're all children of the information age and the internet age. And Tron Legacy Thanos. And yes, children of Thanos. And it had nothing to say as far as our world is concerned. I don't think it's weird. The best science fiction, fantasy, and the best genre material has something to say about the world that we live in. Really, it has some great science fiction. Always connects back to our world somehow. And Tron Legacy should have been a movie that connected with us, and it strangely didn't. It strangely had no commentary about our world, and it didn't resonate. It was fun to watch, but it was very distancing as a movie. You're watching it, and it's like it didn't really connect. You know, the characters were, okay, this is kind of cool to look at, and the Daft Punk score is awesome, but it didn't mean anything. If that kind of commentary if a movie doesn't mean something, if it doesn't connect on more than just a visual level, it's not going to continue. It doesn't resonate beyond itself. And I think that's the problem with the Tron franchise.